Hi, what's good people? So E3 is upon us. June 14th is when it arrives. There is a number of games that I'm looking forward to, but predominantly these are the games that I'm most excited for, and I can't wait to see more gameplay and trailers and videos of these particular games. So Death Stranding is definitely one of them, as I've been a huge fan of Hideo Kojima and the Metal Gear Solid franchise and series. I feel like with this game, it's hard to tell what is going on exactly, and I like that because I like something that you can't really, easily predict what to do and what's going on exactly. It looks like it does have a really good narrative and story, and it seems very, very creative and inventive. Very, very fresh IP concept. And of course, it has a great cast of actors along with Hideo Kojima and his team. I'm sure this is going to be an excellent game. So I've been following this game, Death Stranding, for a while, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more at E3. My next game would be The Last of Us 2. Now, I didn't play The Last of Us 1, I didn't have a console at the time to play it, but I watched a lot of Let's Plays on YouTube on it. I really enjoyed watching the Let's Plays on YouTube with The Last of Us, to the point that I just didn't feel the need to even get the game, now that I do have a console. So I said to myself, okay, the sequel, I will definitely get it. They released the trailer to the sequel a year ago. Now, I believe the game is delayed as well, which it's good and it's bad, because it's always good to give the development team and the production, the game studio, more time to perfect their work. So I'm not really too bummed about that, but I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing. Really impressed and enticed with the gameplay and with the graphical enhancements of this version of the game. I'm really, really looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see just a trailer at the very least of more gameplay at E3. The next game, which has come to a surprise for me, that I'm looking forward to seeing at E3 is, or even, because this video more so E3, but it encompasses the PlayStation press conference and the Xbox press conference, because they do their separate thing. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, I used to play Call of Duty a lot, especially Modern Warfare 2, which is my favorite Call of Duty game. It seems as though from the recent trailer that they've rebooted the franchise, and the old development team has come back to, reprise their positions and take control of the franchise of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I'm really, really excited about that, because it's coming back to its roots in terms of development of the game. Needless to say, the trailer blew me away. It does look very, very impressive. To no surprise, because some members of Naughty Dog that make The Last of Us is also part of the team as well. Some members anyway, which is why there is some similarities in terms of the violent aspects of how that game looks and how The Last of Us looks. I can't wait to see more from things that I've heard. It's very, very realistic. I've been hearing hyper-realism, and I've always kind of wanted aspects of high level realism in games. For instance, when you really shoot someone in a game, it's kind of like a generic kind of and then you fall, and then the opponent falls. This Call of Duty seems like it's taking it more realistic approach to it, where they actually bleed out, and it just looks more real. Like they crawl for their life, or they crawl for a gun to try and get you back. Like all these kinds of things interests me. I'm really looking forward to seeing more so the multiplayer of Call of Duty. Any more gameplay at E3 or these press conferences will be delight to see. The next game that I'm also looking forward to is Gears of War 5. Now, I loved playing Gears of War 3 on the Xbox that I used to have. One of my favorite games on the Xbox. I currently don't have an Xbox, but I do have access to one. If this game, from what I've seen of it, continues to impress me, this would probably be one of the only games I get for the Xbox One currently right now, because I like the direction they're going in, and I like a lot of the gameplay aspects of this Gears of War as well. So it does have a dark and gritty look to it and a whole new narrative. So I'm really looking forward to Gears of War 5. Another game would be Control, and this is exclusive to the PlayStation. Control has aspects of Inception to me in terms of how the world kind of moves and you can manipulate certain things regarding your surroundings. I really like that because I'm a huge Inception fan, and the actor playing the actual character is quite well known as well, so I know that there's going to be quality in terms of the narrative and how they're going to portray what the story is within this game called Control. It looks very impressive, new fresh IP again, and it just seems like a very, very creative game. The developers seem as though they've had the license to just be as creative as they can with this game, and from what I've seen, it looks really good. I'm quite excited about it. Has vibes of Max Payne to me as well in terms of the bullet slowdown and things like that, but I'm excited about it. It does look really cool. Trying to think, is there another game that I'm looking forward to? Well, hopefully there'll be a reveal trailer for Mortal Kombat 11, of course. I'm really hoping that will happen due to the fact that we got the reveal of the combat pack, which was essentially just Shang Tsung. We've already seen Shang Tsung. We got confirmation of the other characters within that, being Sindel, Nightwolf and Spawn, but there's also 2 other guest characters. It would be nice if they do a reveal trailer for just one of the 5, the other 4 characters as well. That would be really good to see and entice people such as myself that don't have the premium to get the combat pack if the characters look as good. So another game that I've already got pre-ordered. I pre-ordered this game 2 years ago now. Yeah, time really flies. Shenmue 3. So I had a Dreamcast and played Shenmue 1 and 2 to death. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Of course, when they announced that they're going to do a Shenmue 3, I was completely on board with making a pre-order for that game. It's probably the most expensive game that I have purchased via pre-order, and I am really looking forward to seeing some more gameplay and some more interactions within Shenmue and NPCs, and how the enhancements of the graphic and the fluidity of the game is with some kind of trailer or some gameplay this year's E3. The game comes out later this year as well, and I really can't wait. Really can't wait to get my hands on this game. And the last game that I'm really looking forward to is Ghost of Tsushima. I think I said it right. When they announced this game, the trailer to this game last year, E3, it looked super impressive, and I'm a really huge fan of Japanese and games that involve samurai such as Ninja Gaiden or Onimusha, for instance. But I also love mangas as well, so you have Ninja Scroll and Ghost in the Shell, things like that. Ghost of Tsushima gives me that kind of feel. It really does, and the graphics look amazing, and I just want to see more. I really do want to see more. I'm intrigued as to how the story and the narrative of that game plays out, I believe it's a samurai and he is fighting through, I don't know, like turmoil in Japan at the time that they're having some kind of conflict happening. It looks impressive. There's not too much information about the game, but with the couple gameplay footage out there, it looks really good. Those are my picks in this year's E3. Let me know in the comments which games you're looking forward to. I'm really interested to know, and yeah, have a good day.